Hi, welcome to our chapter Excel Introduction. So what are we going to learn in this chapter? Understand about spreadsheet program, Microsoft Excel, create and save workbook in Excel, add worksheets and switch between them, generate a series using autofill. So we are going to see all of these things. So let's see what's the Microsoft Excel is. So Microsoft Excel is a powerful spreadsheet program that allows you to organize data and complete calculation in rows and columns. These rows and columns are collectively called worksheet. So basically this spreadsheet is in the form of a table which will have vertical columns and horizontal rows. Let's see features of Excel. Edit and format data. Excel allows you to efficiently enter, edit and format data in a worksheet. You can quickly enter a series of numbers, find and replace data, or check data for spelling errors. You can also make your data stand apart in a worksheet by adding borders or changing the font, color, style or alignment of the data. I will make a separate video on how you can do all of these things. Use formulas and functions. Formulas and functions allow you to perform calculation and analyze data in a worksheet. That's the most important feature of Excel actually. Common calculations include finding the sum, average, or total number of values in a list. As you work, Excel checks your formulas for problems and can help you correct common errors in your formulas. Print worksheets. You can produce a hard copy of a worksheet you have created. Before printing, you can see on your screen how the worksheet will look when printed. Excel also allows you to adjust the margins or change the size of the printed data. Create charts and objects. Excel helps you to create colorful charts, yes, from worksheet data to visually display the data. So we will see this also how you can create charts and objects. Like if you have so many number of fields, like if you have hundreds of records, so it's difficult to read row by row or column by column. So what we do in that case, we simply create a chart or display that data in some other format. You can also add objects such as auto shapes and smart art to enhance the appearance of your worksheet and illustrate important concepts. What are the uses of Excel? The very important use of Excel is manipulating numbers. Microsoft Excel is best known for manipulating numeric data. You can use Excel to perform any kind of mathematical calculation, like quickly tallying your marks in exams, calculating averages of your total marks, etc. The next and very important use is organizing data. You can also use Microsoft Excel for organizing data. The row and column format of an Excel spreadsheet is perfect for entering many types of data you need to track. After entering the data, you can perform various sorting operations to control how the data is listed. Store data as workbook. In Excel, you can store data with which you enter in it as a file called workbook. Excel 2016-2019 workbook is stored using the .xlx file extension. Within each workbook, you can store numerous individual worksheets to hold your data. You will get to know what it exactly means when you will actually do the practical. So, what is the extension of this file? It is .xlsx. So, it means whenever you save your file, it will end with this extension. Share data. Excel allows you to share your data with other users. You can import data from other sources and export data into other file formats. To share your data with others, you can also save your data as a PDF or HTML file. In this book, we will study about Microsoft Excel 2016-2019. How to start Excel 2016. So we simply need to go to the start icon, or we can press the Windows button. The start menu will appear. This is not shown over here. A list of all the installed apps appears on the left side of the start menu. Scroll down the list and click on Excel 2016. The Excel opens and displays its startup screen. Click on Blank Workbook. An empty workbook titled Book 1 appears. You can see this is your Book 1. This is your blank workbook. Now we will see how the Book 1 will look like. So you can see here this is Book 1. Okay. Now we will see how and what all of these things mean. So you can see here this is a file tab. This is a name box. These are the cells. You can see these cells are empty. This is how your spreadsheet will look like. These are rows. You can see 1, 2, 3 and so on. And A, B, C, D, these are the columns. I know what you are curious about, that how many exactly rows and columns are there. So I'll tell you later on. Now this is a worksheet window. This whole window is called as worksheet window. These numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are called as row heading. This is a status bar which right now shows as ready. You can see it again as ready. Now this cell which is highlighted in green color is called as active cell. This is any cell reference as C6. As you can see, this is a column C and this is the row 6. This is a sheet tab and you can add as many as sheets as you want. These are the grid lines. You can see this you can see gray lines, they are called as grid lines. This is a column heading A, B, C, D, all the you can say alphabets. These are views of worksheets. So there are 3 views of worksheet. This is a zoom control. If you click on plus, you will see the bigger thing over here, or the you can see zoomed view. If you click on the minus, you can see a reduced look. These are scroll bars. If you go beyond the P column, you will be able to access this horizontal bar, and the vertical bar is always accessible. This is a formula bar. Now you can see this is a ribbon. This is the tab. This is a title bar. Okay. Now how to start Excel 2019. So again we have to click on the start icon. The start menu will appear. A list of all the installed apps will appear. Again we will either scroll down and click on Excel, but make sure you have the Microsoft installed into your computer. The Excel opens and displays its startup screen. Click on the blank workbook. Here it's clear. An empty workbook titled Book 1 appears. So the process is same. What are the components of Excel 2016-2019 Windows? The Excel program window displays many components which we have seen already. Title bar. It shows the name of the open workbook file. You can always change it. File tab. When you click on File tab, a backstage view appears which resembles a menu. In backstage view, you will find a list of commands such as save, open, save as, export and so many others. Tab. Each tab provides a set of tools related to an overall task you are likely to be performing in a specific document. Ribbon. It displays group of related commands in tabs. Each tab offers shortcut buttons to common tasks. Formula bar. It is used to enter and edit formulas and perform calculations on your worksheet data. Worksheet window. A spreadsheet file is called a workbook, which is like a notebook having many individual worksheets. By default, workbook contains one worksheet. You can also add additional worksheets to it. Each sheet has a name displayed on a sheet tab at the bottom of the workbook. Row and column heading. A worksheet is organized into a rectangular grid containing columns which are vertical and rows which are horizontal. A column letter above the grid, also called the column heading, identifies each column. A row number on the left side of the grid, also called the row heading, identifies each row. Each worksheet of Excel typically has 16,384 columns. As I told you earlier, these many number of columns we have, like A, B, C, D, then it will get continued as A, B, B, C, C, and so on. You can explore it. And how many rows can you see here? Oh my god, there are 10,48,576 rows. Cell. As we have seen, a cell is the intersection of each column and row in a worksheet. A cell is the basic unit of a worksheet in which you enter data. Cells may contain three types of data: labels as text, values as numbers, and formulas. Active cell. Active cell has a dark border around it. As I have shown you, it was in green color. The default active cell in the screen is A1, which is the leftmost top corner cell. Cell reference. A cell is referred by its unique address or cell reference, which is the coordinate of the intersecting column and row. To identify a cell, specify the column letter first, followed by the row number. Let's say, so for example, cell reference C6 refers to the cell located at the intersection of column C and row 6. Similarly, if I say like AB21, so I'll have to go to column AB and the row will be 21. Name box. The cell reference of an active cell is displayed in this box. Grid lines. The horizontal and vertical lines representing the rows and columns on the worksheet are called grid lines. They allow us to see and identify each cell within a worksheet. The grid lines can be turned off, but it is recommended that you leave them on, so you will get the clear picture of your table and column thing. Mouse pointer. The mouse pointer is displayed as a block plus sign whenever it is located in a cell on the worksheet. Another common shape of the mouse pointer is the block arrow. The mouse pointer turns into a block arrow whenever you move it outside the worksheet. Status bar. It is located at the bottom of the worksheet window that displays the progress of the current task and controls for viewing the worksheet. Scroll bars. A worksheet window allows you to view the portion of the worksheet displayed on the screen. Scroll bars are used to move the window around to view remaining portion of the active worksheet. There are two types of scroll bars, horizontal and vertical. Views of worksheet. Excel provides access to three different views of your worksheet: normal, page layout and page break preview. Zoom controls. They are used to enlarge or reduce the view of worksheet. Changing the active cell. You can make any cell into your worksheet as active cell. Active cell has a dark border around it. You enter data into the active cell. You can see here. Okay, what is this? This is a cell reference, and this is what your active cell looks like. The active cell displays a dark border, so this is where your actual worksheet is. The cell reference for the active cell appears in this area, where this is A1. It identifies the location of each cell in a worksheet. It consists of a column letter followed by a row number, as example A1. Click on the cell you want to make active cell. The cell reference C6, as you can see here is C and the row is 6. So this became C6 for the new active cell. Appears in this area. Creating and saving worksheet. We have seen how we can start the Excel. Now let's see how we can create the worksheet. Entering data. Entering data is the first step in creating a worksheet. You can enter data in the form of numbers or text. Excel automatically left aligns the text and right aligns the numbers in a cell. Open a blank worksheet. So what we have to do, first step, open a blank worksheet. We know that. Click on the cell where you want to enter the data. It's not mandatory that you have to start from here. You can start from anywhere entering the data. Type the data. The data you type appears in the active cell and in the formula bar. So your data will appear here as well as here. Press enter key to enter the data and move down one cell. So as soon as you enter some data over here, you just simply need to press the enter key. To enter the data and move one cell in any direction, press arrow key from the keyboard. So you can simply, if I want to add digit 500, I will press the right arrow key. If I want to add Sanjay, then I will press down arrow key. Repeat steps 2 to 4 until you finish entering all of your data. Saving a workbook. It's just like any normal work. You can save your workbook to reuse it or to share it with others. Saved file can be opened and used on other computers also. By default, Excel workbook is saved with the .xlsx file extension. Click on File tab. So Backstage view appears. So this is where the Backstage view is. Click on Save or Save as option, which you can see here. It's not clear over here as a picture. This is a location where you can save file appears here. Once you select location, folder available at that location appear on the right side of the screen. Here you can see the folders. Click on Browse. Save as dialog box appears. So once you click on the location, this kind of dialog box will appear like this PC, then here is other folder and so on. So you can type here the name of the file and simply click on the save. Here is the save button. How you can add multiple worksheets. A worksheet is quite large. Scrolling to the end of a large worksheet using only tab and arrow key is quite time consuming. So it is better option for you to add a new worksheet to your workbook. Click the new sheet icon. Here you can see that plus symbol. Excel adds new worksheet with default worksheet name as sheet 2. So here you can see Excel adds a new worksheet. So this is how you can add as many as worksheets as you want. Switching between worksheets. You can switch to another worksheet in a workbook by clicking tabs along the bottom of the spreadsheet window. This area displays which area? This area. So sheet 1, sheet 2. This area displays a tab for each worksheet in your workbook. The displayed worksheet has a white tab. So this worksheet is active right now. If I click on this, it will get activated. Click on the tab of the worksheet you want to display. The worksheet you selected will appear. The contents of other worksheets in your workbook remain hidden behind the displayed worksheet. If you have added many worksheets in your workbook and the worksheet tabs are not visible, then click on one of these buttons to move through the worksheet tabs. So this is display previous tab and this is display next tab. So now these buttons will not be active initially. They will become active only when the worksheet tabs are not visible. Renaming a worksheet. By default, the worksheet names are named as sheet 1, sheet 2 and so on. You can rename your Excel worksheets to help you identify the content. Let's say in sheet 1 I am adding marks, in worksheet 2 I am adding my expenses, in worksheet 3 I am adding birthdays of my friends and so on. Right? So double click on the tab for the worksheet you want to rename. The worksheet name becomes editable. Type a new name for the worksheet. The new name for the worksheet appears in the worksheet tab. How to delete a worksheet. You can delete a worksheet you no longer need in your workbook. Always check the sheet contents before deleting to avoid loss of important data. After you delete a worksheet, it gets permanently removed from the workbook file. Right click on the worksheet tab and click on delete. If there is no data in the worksheet, Excel deletes it immediately. So if there is data, it will not delete it immediately. If the worksheet contains any data, Excel prompts you to confirm the deletion. Click on delete. Excel deletes the worksheet. Now how to generate a series. Sometimes we simply need to give 1 2 3 4 as a sequence, or any kind of sequence we simply need to give. You can generate it automatically. That's the autofill feature. Autofill feature of Excel is used to add duplicate entries or a data series to your worksheet cells. You can create your own custom data list as well as use built-in list of common entries such as days of the week, months of the year and number series. You can complete a series across a row or down a column in a worksheet. It will save your time by completing the text or number series for you. Let's see how to insert number series. Enter the first two numbers you want to start the series with. You can start with any number of digits. Select both the cells containing the number you have entered. Position the mouse pointer over the bottom right corner of the selected cell. So here you have to place your mouse pointer. Drag the mouse pointer over the cells you want to include in the series. So this is the cell you will see the automatic series got generated. To deselect the cells, click on any other cell. Just like numbers, we can also create text series. So let's see how to create that. Enter the text you want to start the series with. For example, January. So this is how you'll have to add. Click on the cell containing the text you entered. Position the mouse pointer over the bottom right corner of the cell, which is over here, and your mouse pointer will change to a plus symbol. Drag the mouse pointer over the cells you want to include in the series, and here you can see all the months are generated automatically. The cell displays the text month series automatically. If Excel cannot determine the text series you want to complete, it will copy the text in the first cell to all the cells you have selected. To deselect the cells, click on any other cell. So this was the last thing we have to do. So we will stop over here and stay tuned for the actual practical video of the Excel.